This place is massive, and it doesn't look much like our map.
You can still navigate, right?
Sure. It'll just take me a little longer to find my way around.
Where are we headed anyway?
There's a large complex a couple of miles from here. I can tap into it to gain access to the force network.
Then keep going.
You let him go? You let a dangerous criminal walk out of this cell. You just... Why?
Elliot, enough.
No, you've gone too far with this. I'm going straight to the Vanguard.
No, you stay right here.
Iris.
No, you need to see these files.
That looks like...
A machine. These blueprints are dated a couple of years ago. Cain's been planning this since before Hector joined up with us.
It looks hideously complicated. There's pieces scavenged from Fallen and Cabal tech, as well as some rather interesting modifications.
How does it work?
Looks like it sends out an energy pulse once you activate it. The pulse is keyed to a very specific frequency of light, so it can only target a single Guardian. I don't think it'll kill the target, but aside from that, I can't tell what it does.
If Cain's been planning this for years, then he's probably already got all of the parts that he needs.
All except one. Your bond.
What does my bond have to do with any of this?
I have no idea. Cain shouldn't need it. There's no reason it should even be in these blueprints. Most Warlock bonds are just fashion statements, really.
I never told you how I got my bond, did I?
No.
It was a few years after I arrived at the city. Just before I met Hector, this man walked up to me. He was an Awoken like me, and he handed me a bond. He said that he knew me from a previous life, before I died and got resurrected as a Guardian, but he wouldn't tell me anymore. Later on, when I became more experienced, I tried to track him down, but I couldn't find any trace of him.
Huh. You ever run a scan of your bond? Find out what's so special about it?
Yeah, it's just a regular bond. Nothing unusual about it.
Well, as long as you don't let Cain get his hands on it, I guess we'll be fine.
Look, I'm going to talk to Hector. We need to figure out a strategy to draw Cain out and take him down.
Sounds good. I'll go round up the rest of our team.
Listen up, everyone. For the past few years, Cain has been building a machine. We don't know what it does, and we don't know what his plans are. But we're gonna find out. This time, we take the fight to him. In order to do that, we're going to split up. Elliot, you're analyzing the machine. Find out what it does and how it works. Brandy, you're going after Lucas 16 and Bryce Ray Turner. At least one of them should be able to lead you to Cain. Broderick, Foxtrot, I need you to do some investigation. Go through all the records you can on Cain. Try to find some weakness or vulnerabilities.
And what's your job?
The last thing Cain needs to build his machine is Iris's bond, so we can assume he'll come after her. I'm going to make sure she can defend herself against Cain, if it comes to that.
You all know what to do? Now go get that son of a bitch.
Hey, you the bartender here?
Yeah, what can I get you?
Information.
You're not one of those Tattletale Vanguard agents, are you?
Nope.
Alright then. What do you want to know?
I'm looking for a mercenary, Lucas 16. I heard he frequented this place.
Yeah, I've seen him around. He ain't here though, and he hasn't visited in a few weeks.
Does he have any friends I could talk to?
Sure. See that hunter over there?
Who is she?
Hell if I know, but she and Lucas meet up pretty much every time he comes here.
Thanks. Hey,
You're a little out of place here, aren't you?
I'm not here to talk about myself.
Clearly not. That'll be a short conversation if your appearance is anything to go by.
What's your name?
Foster 10. Yours?
My name doesn't matter.
You're one of those secretive types then?
Like I said, I'm not here to talk about myself. You're a friend of Lucas 16, right?
I might be. You looking to hire him?
I just need to talk to him.
Then it'll cost you. Mercenaries are in high demand these days, and Lucas is the best of the best. You can't afford 5 minutes with him.
What if I could?
You're dressed like a cash-strapped, inexperienced, repulsively desperate hunter. I sincerely doubt you could afford a drink here, let alone Lucas's fee for meeting with you.
People aren't always what they look like.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover and all that. I'm just saying that you don't look like you have glimmer to burn.
I can pay, trust me. Now set up the meeting.
Lucas has a habit of holding grudges, and he especially despises being tricked. For your own safety, you'll pay half now, half later.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to my ghost about this. When I come back, I expect you to have everything ready. I found a hunter who can lead me to Lucas. Her name's Foster 10, but she wants me to pay him for a meeting.
Hasn't that slime ball squeezed us dry enough?
He's still a valuable lead on Cain.
So, what's your plan?
Foster's not stupid. She won't make a move unless I can prove I can provide the glimmer. That means I have to pay half now, half later.
I'm guessing once you get Kane's location off of Lucas, assuming he actually has it, you'll run off without paying the other half of the glimmer?
Yep.
That sounds dangerous.
I can handle it. The only problem is getting the first half of the glimmer. Any ideas?
Well, I spent all my own glimmer on getting Kane's files off of Lucas, so I can't help you there.
There must be something we can do.
Hang on. I think I have an idea.
Iris, what is it?
Hector, how much glimmer do you have?
Renzo,
Tanto.
I know it's a lot. How much exactly?
75.000. Pochetto di più, oppure un pochetto di meno.
75,000?
Can you transfer half of that to me?
What for?
Lucas wants me to pay him for a meeting. There's a good chance he knows where Cain is hiding.
Fine. Just be careful. Lucas might try something dangerous.
Got it. How does 37,000 glimmer sound?
This is dumb. Just stop complaining. I know it's boring, but we have to comb through all the archives, and that's going to take a while. Cain deleted his records, so I'm looking for other files that reference him. This is dumb. Quiet. My ghost is trying to focus here. This is dumb. Shut up, will you? Oh, come on. You're never going to find anything in the public records. Why are you even bothering? Because it's better than standing around complaining, at least. I have a better idea. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, whatever. Just give me a minute. What are you doing? Hey, Reilly.
What is it, Roderick?
This is Foxtrot, idiot.
Alright, I'm sorry. Why are you contacting me?
You're in the Infinite Forest, right?
Yeah, my ghost is accessing this conflux.
Great. Listen, can you get me all the data you can find on Cain? I'm thinking the forest is going to have more info than the Vanguard archives.
Alright, I'll send over everything I find.
Thanks, Reilly. I hate to admit it, but that was a pretty good idea. See? I can be smart sometimes. Just shut up and wait for the data to come in. Okay, Reilly sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Anything interesting? There's an incident report here, dated a few years ago. Let me see. Summary trial. Defendant Iris. Charge manslaughter. Verdict guilty. Jeez, no wonder Iris was so secretive about her history. The Vanguard found her guilty of manslaughter. And it was about Cain, no less. They think she killed him. Hang on. If she was found guilty, surely the Vanguard would punish her in some way. Quote, in light of the defendant's inexperience and the indirect nature of the death, we see fit to let the defendant resume normal Vanguard operations, with the condition that she is to be assigned a Vanguard operative to protect and monitor her. Elliot. So that's why he was assigned to Iris. He's there to make sure a situation like that doesn't happen again. Do you think Hector knows about this? He must know bits and pieces, but I don't think he knows the full story. There's barely any mention of him in the incident report. Plus, his memory of all that probably hasn't come back yet. We should tell him then. Later. Let's see what else is here. I found a video file of a debriefing. It's dated just before Iris was given her assignment on the reef.
Debriefing commencing. Operation M5-D15. Please state your name and class for the record.
Cain, Warlock.
Okay, Cain. Now, 3 days ago, the Vanguard sent you and your fire team to dispatch a group of Fallen into the Cosmodrome, correct?
Correct.
Your teammates alleged that you were argumentative, impulsive, and overly controlling. Is this true?
I wasn't overly controlling. I was just...
Answer the question.
No.
No. Apparently you ordered your team to rush the Fallen, and when they raised concerns, you became aggressive and unstable.
They wouldn't listen to me.
Because your orders were reckless.
Our objective was to clear out the Fallen. I told my team to clear out the Fallen. I don't see the problem.
Your teammates say you forced them to attack the Fallen head-on in a suicide attack.
They were being disobedient.
And for good reason. Vanguard protocols state that fire team members are allowed to disobey orders that are clearly misguided.
I wasn't...
We're not here to debate whether your orders were right or not. We're here to talk about your behavior and your fitness to be a fire team leader.
You're going to demote me over one incident?
We're not going to demote you. Consider this as more of a warning.
Why am I being blamed for my team's cowardice?
We've gone over this. You were reckless and aggressive towards your teammates. And if you're too blind to realize that, then maybe we'll have to find a new leader for your fire team.
If you demote me, you're gonna have a fight on your hands.
Sure thing, tough guy. Look, just lay low for now. We won't send you on any assignments for a while, so I suggest you work on your leadership style. Maybe try to rein in that temper a bit.
We're done here. Stop the recording.
Well, this is interesting. Cain's obviously sore about the idea that he's a bad leader. Huh, so if we taunt him about that, he'll be enraged, maybe even reckless enough to fall into a trap, if we can manage to set one. Sounds promising. Let's get this to Iris.
Skip that. No. Next. No. Wait. Summoning ritual. Dimension barriers. Neutron implosions. This is a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. Go deeper into that subsystem there. Cain implemented a failsafe?
Hey, Elliot. How's the analysis going?
This machine Cain's building is incredibly confusing. I'm trying to get to the core of how it works, but these blueprints are just a jumbled mess. I did manage to figure out a few things, though.
Like...
Once it's activated, the only way to disable the machine is to activate the failsafe, which is an explosion large enough to decimate half a planet.
Can't you just blow up the machine with a grenade or something?
You'd need a grenade the size of a dreadnought to make a dent in this thing.
None of this makes sense. If Keane wants a bomb, surely there's easier ways to get one.
The bomb is the failsafe, remember that. The machine normally just sends out an energy pulse that targets a single Guardian.
But why would he go to all this trouble just to kill me?
I don't think it'll kill you, but I need to do more digging to find out what it'll do. I'll tell you if I find anything else.
Alright, Iris out.
How's Elliot doing?
Okay, I guess. He's analyzing Cain's blueprints.
Do you think he trusts you?
Maybe. It's hard to tell how he's feeling. But I feel like he's still mad at me for letting Lucas go.
You'd do well to remember that Elliot is still young. He still idolizes the rulebooks.
You said he'd grow out of it.
Eventually, yeah. But we've got a while to go until then. So watch yourself around him. The last thing we need is him running off to the Vanguard.
Elliot's good at finding out stuff he shouldn't know about. It's hard to keep secrets from him.
But you seem to be pretty good at it.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you and the others about Cain. But I was scared about what you and the team would think of me if you knew. Plus, I thought all of this was in the past.
Well, it's not in the past anymore, which means you need to be ready when Cain comes for you again.
You said you'd make sure I could defend myself. How are we going to do that?
You're going to fight me.
You sure?
You can't learn how to fight from a book. You have to practice it. Now hit me. Again. 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 Good work.
I don't know if I can replicate that though.
Then we'll keep practicing. Just give me a couple of minutes to catch my breath.
How much of your memories have returned?
Almost everything. The only thing that's missing is how I lost my memory in the first place.
Do you remember that mission we ran on Europa?
Of course I remember. We were chasing a rogue Vex signal.
Yeah, which turned out to be a massive waste of time.
I wouldn't call it that. Remember the night we spent there?
It was just me, you, and Eli Greenwood. He was a hunter who used to be in our fire team. It was so cool that night. But Eli made us a fire to keep us warm. We stayed up all night, talking and laughing. You two told all these grand stories, and I just listened in amazement.
Eli was always a brilliant storyteller.
He was the first one to fall asleep. It was the early hours in the morning, and you turned and said something to me.
All the coal in the galaxy couldn't dim this fire. I remember.
I kept thinking about that for a long time, trying to figure out what you meant by it.
Everyone has a fire inside of them. Rage, fear, joy, grief, empathy. It's always there. Some people's fires are stronger than others, and some people try to kill their fire, to bury themselves so they can't feel anything. I tried that after I quit the Sunbreakers. It didn't work. It rarely does. But someone like Cain lets his fire grow into an inferno, something that consumes him. The trick is letting yourself feel as much as you can without losing control. The night on Europa was so cold, but the three of us never felt it, because we made our own warm place. Enough philosophy for now. Let's get back to training.
Lucas 16.
I get paid by the contract, not the hour. So let's skip the pleasantries. What do you want?
Cain. Dead.
Oh, good. I got a little grudge against him myself, you see?
Then why haven't you killed him yet?
You know, after 20 years of doing this, I learned that if you're good at something, you never do it for free. I assume you're friends with that warlock and titan that read me on Nessus?
Hector and Iris, yeah. What do they have to do with this?
I figured they wanted Cain just as much as I do, so I knew it would only be a matter of time before they turned up looking to hire me. And what do you know? I was right.
I'm not looking to hire you. I can take care of Cain on my own.
Sure you can, darling, because people who can take care of things on their own are always flocking to mercenaries.
I just need you to tell me where Cain is. The rest I can do myself.
Why did Hector and Iris send you to do all this? Surely if they want Cain so badly, they could have just met with me themselves.
I wanted to do this on my own.
This is personal, isn't it? You don't like Cain, which is why you're so eager to kill him yourself.
Yeah, it's personal. So what?
Oh, nothing at all. I'm just curious. What did he do to you?
Tell me where he is first.
Alright, Cain's holed up at the outskirts of the reef.
And?
That's all I know. He said he was going there while we were flying to Nessus, but that's really about it.
You little...
Hey, cool down a little there. Jesus. I don't know where Cain is, but I can send a message to him.
How?
Okay, you're gonna love this. So I've got a lock on his ghost frequency. Any message I send to him is going to be relayed back to Cain. So, here's the deal. You tell me the message you want me to send, and then you tell me why you hold a grudge against Cain, then I send the message. Sound good?
Let me go talk to Hector and Iris first. I need to make sure they're on board with this. This is Brandy. Anyone copy?
I'm here. So is Iris.
We're here too. What's up?
Lucas doesn't know where Cain is exactly, but he can send a message to him. What do you think we should say?
Well, me and Foxtrot have found out that Cain tends to lose his head if he's accused of being a bad leader. If we taunt him with that, he'll become reckless enough for us to draw him into a trap.
So it's a showdown we're looking for.
Tell Cain to meet us at Midtown 5 days from now.
Got it, boss. Tell Cain to meet us at Midtown in 5 days' time.
Yeah, sure thing. Now it's your turn. Why are you so eager to take down Cain?
While you were being resurrected by Hector and Iris, I was told to intercept Cain. I managed to cut him off. but he fought me and escaped. He said the only reason I was still alive was because he didn't hold a vendetta against me.
So of course, your natural reaction is to go and hold a vendetta against Cain. Brilliant idea, because going on an epic revenge quest for someone who can beat you in a fight never goes wrong.
It's not just that. It's like I didn't even matter to Cain. Like I wasn't even worth the time it would take to kill me.
Well, here's a little word of advice. He won't make that mistake again.
No, I'm going to show him that he should have killed me back on Nessus.
Good luck with that, darling. What's taking so long?
The conflicts only connects to the sector of the Infinite Forest, but even so, I'm working to my memory limit here. There's just so much data, so many simulations.
Have you tried filtering them?
I did some over-enthusiastic filtering, but it's still going to take me ages to work through it all.
Then keep going.